I am Jeff Gutierrez. I'm the Chief AI Officer for Orange and Bronze.
What exactly is AI engineering?
That's actually a good question. AI engineering is actually an intersection of three distinct things. Data science, and next is software engineering, and the third is DevOps SRE, right? So the intersection of those three things is essentially AI engineering. While data science allows us to experiment with data, come up with models, be it LLMs, machine learning, software engineering practices like quality assurance, engineering principles, design patterns, and all those things is complemented as well with building infrastructure, SREs, DevOps. So we're bridging the gap between experimentation and having a 24/7 service where these models operate in a more secure, resilient, and reliable manner.
How do we bridge the gap between ideas and reality?
A lot of the companies these days struggle to break out of the cool demos. They start in experimentation. Although they catch a lot of people's attention through nice UIs, charts, and all of those things, it gets stuck there. And so what we do to bridge that gap is we take it from experimentation all the way to production, where it actually matters. Models will not have any impact in the business when they actually stay in these experimental phases. So we have to operationalize it. And that's our key differentiator. They become 24/7 services that businesses can rely on.
How do we stay committed to secure and responsible AI?
Security and responsibility is at the paramount. It's part of what we do. It's part of the non-functional requirements, and we do it through architecture. And so how do we do all those things? Be it like in the Philippines, in the US, and in Europe, there are certain societal norms that we want to make sure that we provide guardrails on. And the same thing with governance. When we say that a certain metric is how it's defined, computed, it actually maintains that way. And how it's used both in the models, reports, and analytics. The second one is privacy. For example, clients require that there's absolute privacy and security of their data. There are certain models that can operate locally so that the data that they have is secure. We are an engineering company, so we employ engineering principles, security audit, security as part of architecture, and our repeatable process.
Why choose O&B for AI?
Good question. Because we're engineers first. We're going to tell you that you don't need a newfangled tool just because it's the new buzz, it's just a new thing. We're going to tell you that you don't need it. Because a lot of companies these days, they want the data to be available to them right away. Right? For example, when a transaction happens, like a customer buys a product, right? A lot of companies want to have that information in their analytical systems within, in mere minutes. And it's actually exponential as far as cost. As engineers, if your business does not need that, if your business is fine with batch processes, we're going to tell you that. We're not just going to sell you a product or technology. We're going to tell you what works for you in your business. We're engineers, and we're going to tell you when you need it and when you don't need it.